It's a special night in Pittsburgh, special night for Steelers Nation, and we're really excited that all of you are here to help us welcome 4 great Steelers into our Hall of Honor.
I was once asked what makes the Pittsburgh Steelers different from other organizations. And, the first thing that came to my mind was the word family.
It was all about the next play. It was all about the next game. It was all about winning this championship. It was all about making sure you're in shape in the offseason. And you never really totally had the chance to realize how good these guys were.
This is the only team I ever played on. I couldn't imagine being anywhere else but Pittsburgh. I couldn't imagine it. No doubt about it.
You got to credit the opponent, too. I thought Winston played a great game. I was really impressed with Judy. Conklin held up really well. The defense as a whole for the Browns played real well. Garrett was a star. And, I thought the Browns played their best game of the year.
Yeah, that was their best game against your C-minus game.
Yeah, I'd say it might have been the Steelers' worst game. I mean, it was far from their best, that's for sure.
I thought the Browns did some good things, and I thought they took advantage of the field position, but I thought the Steelers were the better team. But anyways, the Steelers lose the game. It's not the end of the world.
You're not in bad shape. You knew this stretch wasn't going to be easy.
Yeah.
You're 8-3.
After the Cleveland game, we just wanted to, set the tone for the rest of the season. Obviously we had a little mini bye to kind of regroup and, figure things out individually, collectively, and then we came out that we could practice against Cincy and knew it was time to, get the thing rolling.
There's a lot of urgency. Obviously we went out there and didn't perform the way that we're supposed to. We didn't play Steeler football. We got beat, and you kind of have to go back in the lab and figure out what we need to do to get better.
We treated the last several days like a mini bye from a staff perspective and took a deep dive on some schematics in those areas and then turned our attention towards Cincinnati and what they do in those areas, all in an effort to, make the engineering of victory more fluid.
The 9-day break culminates with the return to the Buckeye State and the 110th meeting with the Cincinnati Bengals. Pittsburgh is hoping their fate is better than their last trip across the border.
We'll see where this goes, but certainly there's a lot to like with some of the matchups against this Cincinnati defense. You look at the Bengals, they have lost 3 games where they have scored 33 or more points. The rest of the league has lost only 2 of those games. If you can turn Burrow over once or even twice in this game, or get a fumble or whatever it might be, it goes a long way towards winning.
The familiarity of the teams tend to headline the difficulties of playing in the division.
Hey man, together. Whatever it takes, one fight at a time, locked in, doing it together, man. Let's go get this thing. Let's go. Know what we're fighting for. Let's go. Steelers on 3. 1, 2, 3, Steelers.
And after splitting 2 games with AFC North opponents Baltimore and Cleveland, the Steelers would love to make it 2 out of 3 by beating another AFC North rival, the Bengals, today in Cincinnati.
It's always this group. Let's go.
Take care of the ball, run like we're capable, we win the game. All right, take care of the ball, take care of each other. Huh? It's that simple. Take care of the ball. Do the little things that we talk about, we win the game. Let's go. They're going to lean on us.
RV's on 3. 1, 2, 3. RV's.
The Steelers had extra time to prepare for the Bengals. But what they didn't plan for was spotting them 7 points.
Looking, throws to the right, his man Pickens falls down, and it's intercepted by Cam Taylor-Britt. Heading down the left sideline, avoids one tackler, steps inside another, and gets into the end zone for an interception return for a touchdown by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Oh my goodness, that's the guy that a lot of teams been picking on. He's been benched twice. Wow.
And a 51-yard return has the Bengals on top.
Heavyweight fight. Heavyweight fight. It's going to be every round. Let's go do it. Let's go. Let's go.
Pittsburgh and Cincinnati were trading body blows on every drive.
Quick snap and a throw out to Pickens at the 20-yard line. Makes the grab, heads up the sideline, eludes a tackler, and waltzes it for the score.
Oh, Sweet Marie, what a beautifully designed wide receiver screen to the boundary. He throws it out there to Pickens, and Pickens picks up some great blocks there.
7-play, 70-yard drive, and tied the game.
Yes, sir. That's a great response. Great job. Great job. Hell of a job, boy. That's what it responds, baby. Keep making plays. Keep making plays, man. Running shot.
Burrow gets the snap, give to Brown. Keeping hole, crashes through, angles out to the right, getting around the corner, inside the 5, dives for the pylon. Brown straight up the middle, and so the Bengals have taken that lead after the half-yard run.
Let's get ready to go. Good touchdown right here, man.
You know, just the way that Cincy was playing us on defense, you know, Russ did a really good job of getting the ball out quick, making sure their pass rusher 91 wasn't a factor in the game, and you know, we were taking what the defense was giving us, and you know, he was able to create plays, and you know, we really saw the offense rolling.
Wilson back, looking, lofting towards the end zone, has a man open. And it is Calvin Austin with another touchdown reception.
Oh, what a sweet route by Calvin Austin, who has got to be Tunch-Ilkin tougher than woodpecker lip stuff. That is really sensational. What a great job by Calvin Austin.
14:56 mark, the Steelers have tied things up.
Beautiful. Trust your feet. Trust your feet. You're dominant. You're dominant. They can't cover you. They can't cover you. Let's get it. Come on. Let's go, boy. Let's go. Come on. Stay on.
Both teams combined for 5 straight touchdown drives.
A little jump pass, and wide open in the back of the end zone is Jamar Chase for the touchdown. Pitch to Najee Harris to the left side, and Najee Harris finds a crease, and he's into the end zone for the score. You know, sort of those hard, struggling AFC North matchups. We're at 21-21. We still have 7:19 remaining in the second quarter.
But eventually, the Steelers' pressure was starting to get to Burrow.
In the shotgun, Brown now to the left of Burrow, who has 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right of the formation. Play action pass, Burrow back, Burrow stepping up, and Burrow hit from behind by T.J. Watt, and the ball's still loose, and it is picked up by the Steelers, and it is Preston Smith who came up with a fumble recovery.
Oh, you need a big play, you got a big play, and it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I think it's all the work that he does when the lights are off, man. Like, nobody really sees what he's doing behind the scenes, and the work he puts in and day out, and the film he watches, the detail that he puts into every technique he does, and every little thing he does has a meaning to it. And I don't think a lot of people see that, but you'll see it show up on Sunday.
An NFL leading 5th forced fumble by T.J. Watt comes up with the turnover for the Steelers. And that kick is good by the incredible Chris Boswell.
Remember, line, we're getting up to the ball as fast as we can. We got 1:56, 2 timeouts. Hand the ball to the ref. Get north, get first downs.
Fires to Freiermuth up the right side, and Steelers showing hurry up here. Back, looking left and short, and this is Freiermuth who gets the completion and drags tacklers across the 40. Moving out to the right, looking, that's Freiermuth, complete, gets out of bounds. That kick is good. Take a bit of a breath. That is the end of the second quarter with the score. The Steelers 27, the Bengals 21.
We knew that going into the game, when you play a quarterback like Joe Burrow, you have to try and affect him somehow, some way.
Pressure coming, and Burrow will throw underneath as the pass flutters incomplete.
Pittsburgh's 4-man rush did what they do best, affect the quarterback.
That's the way to stay on your feet. Just keep chasing that sucker, man. That's hell of a game.
If you just let him sit back there, he's going to pick you apart. He's a great player, man, so kind of let him know, like, hey, we're going to be coming at you all game.
Burrow is just swallowed up by Cam Hayward. Looking left, fires, and the ball was deflected and picked off. Action Jackson is tripped up by Higgins. Dante Jackson, his 5th interception of the season.
Still ain't getting no picture. Hey, Bruce, he
He still ain't getting no picture on the wall. Never. He still ain't getting no picture on the wall.
And a sack back at the 20-yard line.
Oh, that was like a team meeting at the quarterback.
Let's go, boys. AFC North football. Let's go.
Wilson gets the snap. Looking now, under duress, will fling to his right, find Freiermuth, and a touchdown! How about that?
Oh, who's better to get Luth than the Freiermuth?
Was running a little stick route and saw rush get flushed, so I knew what coverage they were in, so I knew the safety was going to be vacated out the middle of the field to relate to the receiver that was outside of me, and found the dead spot. And me and Russ have been really good at creating extended plays, so he found me and was able to get a touchdown.
Let's go! I got you. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Can't stop us. Can't stop us, baby. When I caught it, I turned. I was like, oh my God, that was right there. No, it wasn't. I was like, Pat, run! Come on, brother. Get in the game, Herb. Let's get it. Get you one. Same way. Get the ball back to us like you do. That's right, like you do.
Yosavash in motion to the left. Passing situation. Here come the Steelers. Pressure. And Herbig, the strip sack. It is picked up by Wilson. And Wilson's going to go in for the score. Peyton Wilson. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers on the strip sack.
I knew it was third down. It was about to have the situation. I had an open edge that time, and I had to get off the ball and just go make a play for our team.
Nick Herbig, what a great job of coming around the corner and being able to strip that ball.
Kind of blacked out a little bit. But then, I got to the sideline and Coach T is just waiting for me.
I'm not going to act surprised. That's what you brought here to do. That's what you brought here to do. Let's not act surprised. This ain't a lightning strike, man. You built for this. You built for this.
Just having a coach like that believes in you and he supports you and uplifts you in moments like that. I'm super grateful to have that.
That's awesome, bro. Woo! That's it. That's 4 for us? 4.
But Burrow and the Bengals wouldn't lay down so easily.
And he's going to fire towards the back of the end zone to Higgins. Beautiful throw on a timing route, hauled in for a touchdown. Looking over the middle of the field and the back of the end zone, complete for a touchdown. Man, the Bengals did exactly what they had to do to have any kind of chance in this game, and that is score and score quickly. So now this has become much more interesting for the Steelers as Justin Fields has checked into the game, third and a long fourth. Fields gets the snap, will fake to Warren, keep himself along the right edge, slides to a stop at the 32, first down Steelers. And now you can think about that 9-3 record.
Oh, is that sweet?
And the Steelers are going to take a victory out of Paycor Stadium, a 9th victory as they improve to 9-3 alone by themselves in the AFC North.
Hey, yes sir. You said 8 players play 8 ball.
That's A stuff, ain't it?
Yes sir. Yes sir. Lucky.
The highest scoring game in matchup history came down to a photo finish. Now the only difficult part is finding out which ones make the wall.
Hanging prints on the wall has been a tradition for as long back as I know. This was happening even when I was an intern back in 2005. The photographer before me was also doing this. So we kind of have been continuing that tradition. A lot of players get excited about this and are stoked whenever they make a large print. On game days, we have several people photographing, and at the Cincinnati Bengals game, we had 3 photographers, including myself. From those 3 photographers, everybody sends in their top selects from throughout the game. When we receive them that night or the following morning, we go through and pull all those photos together and select the best photos from all of the top moments from throughout the day. Try to highlight any big plays, splash plays, or highlight individual players who had a great game. When we narrow those photos down, we pull those for large prints and small prints to put on the wall. So a few weeks back, Dante Jackson had seen me in the hallway hanging up prints and was kind of like, oh, so you're the one that hangs these up on the wall. And I said, yep. And he goes, I need to get me a big print. And I said, all right, we'll see what happens this next week.
And Dante Jackson came up with a career-high 5th interception for him.
Action Jackson showed the action in that one.
And after that big interception that he had at this last game, I know Coach Tomlin had made mention that we haven't had a big print of him yet.
He still ain't getting no picture on the wall. He still ain't getting no picture on the wall.
So we'll have one this week.
Making a play is a big deal. Big enough to earn you the proper sized print. And if you make enough of them, it will land you here in the Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Honor, immortalizing the men the current players strive to be.
We've been doing this since 2017, and we have a couple of meetings each year. And let me just say this. Every person that has even been brought up in any of these meetings is a worthy candidate.
This well could be the best football team in history right now. Whatever's right.
6 championships, all of the Hall of Famers, 3 coaches since 1969. I mean, all of these things have created a rich history for this franchise where it's not a situation of who are we going to come up with for this year, It's a question of when, not if. When do they get honored or elected, not if they deserve to be honored or elected. In the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers, interior defensive linemen, the only guys who are as decorated as Casey Hampton are Joe Green, Ernie Stautner, and Cam Hayward now.
He has arms like legs and legs like people.
When you look at Steelers linebackers, some guys have big personalities, some guys are flashy. Jason Gilden wasn't necessarily that. And when you think of the history of this team, there's a lot of names, significant names, in that all-time sack list. And so Jason Gilden, for a while, was at the top of that list.
And Jason Gilden sets the sack record for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes, he passes L.C. Greenwood.
Willie Barker wasn't even a starter in college. I mean, think about that.
Willie, touchdown!
That boy is extra fast.
The speed, that was, wow, look at him run. But watching him step up and hit people, that's what earned him a lot of praise during some of those training camp practices when he was a rookie. And when the coaches start praising undrafted rookie running backs for their blocking, that to me is a very good sign for that individual. The father of the zone blitz, I mean, maybe it's a quaint term, but he earned it.
You guys are free rushers. Free rushers.
Dick LeBeau figured out that if you created a split second of doubt in who's rushing and who's covering, there you go. That's all you need. That became a signature for the Steelers for a long time. It's a generational thing. It moves from one to the other. It's an ongoing legacy that the current guys appreciate the shoulders of the men that they are on, and the older guys look at the younger guys and appreciate them and compliment them for continuing that legacy.
Tradition runs deep in Pittsburgh. For example, the Steelers have beaten the Browns 47 times in Pittsburgh since the 1970 NFL merger. Cleveland has only won 7. It's not a trend you want to buck on the banks of the Ohio.
Chubb is swallowed up, a loss of 4 yards on the play. T.J. Watt, and now he's going to be taken down. And welcome back to the lineup, Alex Highsmith.
Welcome back. Oh, if we miss this guy.
And how about that combination? Watt with a tackle for loss and Highsmith with the sack.
My guy, welcome back, baby. Everybody, keep it going. Keep it going. Back, brother.
Wilson under center, turns and gives to Najee Harris. Big hole off left guard, cuts back to the right, finds some more room, dances inside the 20, knocked out of bounds, down at the 16, a 20-yard gallop.
He went through a hole as big as the Red Sea parting. My goodness, there was no Browns around.
Bangs forward inside the 10 and down to the 9, another 8-yard pickup for Najee Harris. And Chris Boswell has converted with a 30-yard field goal with a score. The Steelers 3 and the Browns nothing. Towels waving once again. Now will throw back across his body and complete for a touchdown to Jerry Jeudy.
The Browns may have taken the lead, but the game was firmly in the Steelers' grasp.
Chubb is a lone setback. Winston back to pass, looking to set up the screen, and it's picked off by Keanu Benton. He sniffed out the screen and picked off the pass.
You dog! You dog! You dog!
If that didn't look like a polar bear playing with a baby seal, good heavens. That was a great job of Keanu Benton moving down the line, reaches up and snatches the ball.
Oh! Come on, man! Yeah, I do this! I do this!
That was a nice play, dog. That was a nice play. If Benny don't jump somebody else, like an athlete.
Gets a snap and will give to Najee Harris, and he barrels into the end zone for the touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
There's no dirt like pay dirt.
Well, guys, we got signs of life down here on the sidelines. Now it's about rhythm for the offense. That's going to be the next step.
Hey, man, we keep selling the offense by running the ball. Keep selling down the offense by running the ball.
Yes, sir. Turn and the give to Warren, who squirts through a hole on the left side, spins forward, still on his feet. A hard-earned 11 yards for Jaylen Warren.
Jaylen Warren, he is hotter than a bowl of Texas chili.
Warren will get the quick pass in that direction. And then he crosses midfield to a pickup of 11 yards. Throws out to the left, it's complete to Williams, and so Chris Boswell will come on to try a long field goal. It's on its way, and it is good by Chris Boswell. That 54-yard field goal has the Steelers on top, 13-7. And so a 38-yard field goal attempt for Hopkins. That kick is up, and that kick is hooking, and that kick is no good. So Hopkins' kicking woes continue here, and the Steelers, wow, they get a break here for sure, Wolf.
He got the bugaboo. You gotta love when he got the bugaboo. When you get the bugaboo, you miss things that should be just gimmies.
Opportunity is around every blade of grass on a football field.
And Hopkins has missed another one.
Wow, my goodness.
And Pittsburgh was taking advantage of theirs.
Wilson gets a snap, back to pass, under pressure, rolling out to the right, looking to throw across the field, and it's complete, and it's Freiermuth. It's a first down. It's in Browns territory. Hands off to Warren, off the left side, finds a little crease, and crashes forward across the 35. Gets the snap, will give, no, he's gonna fake and throw into the end zone, and it's a touchdown, and it's Van Jefferson. So a little RPO action, touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Whoa, was that beautiful. That was another sleight of hand. A little Houdiniism going on. Van the man slides out into the flat curl area, and you got Russ with a little sidearm action, winging it out there. Touchdown. Man, that was nice stuff.
I need the bag. Good job, baby. Let's go. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. Five, big dog. Wait up. Five.
Keep in mind the Browns were 4 for 4 2 weeks ago on fourth down against the Steelers. Ford trying to get to the edge, and he's tripped up, brought down. A Landon Roberts, a loss, and the Steelers will turn the Browns over on down.
Bad man! That's a bad man!
Like, hey, when he went into the backfield, you knew what it was.
They did the same thing on me last year and got it. Waiting on that.
3rd and 6. Looking to loft left, up the left sideline, and a back shoulder throw, and what a catch by Mike Williams. Reaches out, plucks it out of midair, down at the 20-yard line and out of bounds for a Steelers first down.
Oh, what a sweet job by Mike Williams.
Looking to fire over the middle of the field, and it is complete. It is a touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers. Study! Pat Fryermuth boots the ball up into the stand.
Oh, yeah. What a great job getting inside position on the defensive back. Beautiful job. I thought the Muth could really have a good game today. It'd be important being able to score on that nice scorching, smoking ball thrown by Russ.
Well, you love to see this if you're the Steelers, able to open up a big lead here on the Cleveland Browns.
The lead was 20, but there was still plenty of fight left in the dog pound.
Crowd beginning to roar here. They want to stop. Winston back. Looking, will throw towards Njoku, and Njoku is in for a touchdown, and it is a 27-14 lead now. Hand off to Patterson trying the right side. Patterson loses the football. It's down, and it's recovered by the Browns at midfield. Boy, this is the one thing you did not want to have happen.
Oh, man. Now, just when you think you can take a deep breath and relax.
Now the crowd getting a little antsy now, starting to twirl some towels. 4:10 and counting remaining as Winston in the shotgun gets the snap. Back looking and will fire up to Seaman. It's intercepted by James Pierre, and that will seal things for the Steelers.
How sweet it is. You got to love that.
As the crowd here has witnessed the Steelers going to 10-3, a stretch of 4 consecutive games against AFC North opponents, and the Steelers will finish that stretch with a 3-1 record.
As the road gets narrow, it will become increasingly more difficult to stay the course. That's where a veteran presence comes in handy. For the offensive line, they have just the man. In his second season with the team, Isaac Seumalo's actions have been louder than his words.
Isaac Seumalo getting great blocks on that left side. You know, when in doubt, follow the hair.
But when the 9-year vet does speak, there isn't a soul that doesn't listen.
Hey, remember one thing, man. Execution fuels emotion. Yeah. Technique, balling out, everything else will come. Only other thing, 1, 2, 3. Hold on.
He reminds me very much of Mike Webster. Mike Webster was one of those guys that he didn't say a whole lot, but he didn't need to say a whole lot. I mean, he was just one of those guys. He was not a rah-rah guy, but it was about getting the job done, very physical. And Isaac brought that same sort of veteran stoicness.
You know, day to day, he's very thorough. There's always a reason to what he's doing, and it's been really cool to be able to learn from him so far this year.
Seumalo has shared the middle of the offensive line with 2 rookies for much of the season.
Hey, good protection, man, especially interior-wise. We got to be able to keep stepping up right there.
It's on-the-job training for Zach Frazier and Mason McCormick. But the hair is always there to be followed.
Isaac's played a lot of football. Really, I just ask him a ton of questions, ask him for his feedback, and he gives me a lot of good information on prior stuff that he's seen, technique, stuff like that.
Isaac's been really awesome. He's helped me out a ton. Whether it's day-to-day routine stuff or on-the-field stuff, he's a really intelligent football player, and he's played at a super high level for a long time, and so it's been a big blessing for me.
You know, I had great mentors, so I try to act in a similar fashion. I try to tell guys, you know, what works for me and why, you know, I think it works. I think the process of understanding, like being very self-aware of what you have and the skills you have and the skills you don't have, and, you know, why certain things work for you and why certain things don't. I think, you know, helping guys to understand that is, you know, kind of key for them finding their own way.
The rushing attack has found a way to eclipse 100 yards in 8 straight games, due in large part to the men up front.
So, you know, shout out to Arthur for, you know, continuing to, you know, find ways to, you know, run the ball and, you know, making, you know, schematics easy for us, and then us to do the daily, you know, fundamentals that kind of translate from practice to the game. And anytime you can make the game easy, that's when you usually have success.
You know, at the end of the day, if everything isn't perfect, sometimes, you know, strain and finish in play, sometimes that saves us. And I think that's really just been the key for us, is just playing as hard as we can.
Oh, you know, the young guys on the inside, they're doing such a good job. You know, you got Zach Frazier, the Morgantown Mauler, right? Then you got Mason McCormick, the juggernaut. I mean, they block until the echo of the whistle, sometimes the next valley over, for crying out loud.
Let's go, come on, come on.
You gotta love it. It brings a kind of vitality to some of the older guys. You know, you get that infusion of young blood that wants to get out there and get after it and have at it. It's a great mix of young and old.
Now, Pittsburgh will head to the place where Seumalo was once the young guy.
Yeah, you know, I always have a special place in my heart for Philly. I mean, I still talk to a lot of those guys to this day, and, you know, mixed emotions here and there, but at the end of the day, you know, come 4:25 on Sunday, you know, that's the enemy, and, you know, we got to win.
Hey, time, weather, location, it don't matter. Football, do your job, ball out every play. Let's go, O-line, 3, 1, 2, 3, O-line.
Mike Tomlin, Steelers will look to snap a 10-game losing streak to the Eagles in Philadelphia.
The battle for Pennsylvania started as a fight that would make Balboa proud.
Under pressure, and down he goes, and it is Sweat who comes up with the sack. And he is going to be grabbed there by Peyton Wilson, then some help comes, and the ball's loose. The ball is loose, and the Steelers have recovered.
90. Look at 90. Look at 90. Boom! Boom! Look at 90.
Going to be taken by DeJean at the 7-yard line. Heads up the middle of the field, eludes one tackler, and it's another fumble. And the Steelers have a lot of guys down there. Do they have the football? It is Herbig who comes up with a fumble recovery.
Young Herbig. Young Herbig. Yeah! Don't blink ever. Don't blink ever. Let's go.
And that field goal, as it comes off the leg of Boswell, is good. So the score, the Steelers 3 and the Eagles 3.
Behind Jalen Hurts, the Eagles' offense soared out to a big lead.
Going to fake to Barkley, going to throw over the middle of the field. Touchdown, A.J. Brown. The throw underneath, it is complete. It is a touchdown, and the Eagles have opened up the lead to 17-3 at the 9:07 mark.
Let's respond! Let's respond right here!
Wolf, this next possession feels like a big one here for the Steelers.
It does indeed.
Throws left in a crossing pattern to Skoranek underneath, and Skoranek 17-yard pickup. Wilson crosses the 10 and slides down close to first down yard, just a little short. So now Wilson in the shotgun, facing a 3rd and goal. Back to pass, looking, gonna loft, and it is a Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth in the end zone.
Way to respond, good shot. Good shot, good series, way to respond.
Oh, the Muth is Luth right here in Lincoln Financial Field. What a great route to the flag corner. A perfectly placed ball.
Keep hunting. Yeah. Keep hunting. We know. Keep hunting. Yeah, come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, Greg.
Listen, you've got to be able to stuff these guys and get off the field here without any more damage.
And now backside, here comes T.J. Watt with a sack.
I'm amazed that Jalen Hurts even hung onto the ball.
How did that ball not come out?
And the Steelers have clawed back, once down 17-3. Now it's 17-13.
But the Steelers could only climb so far out of the hole.
Pitches to Najee Harris, lost the football, trying to track it down, and it's loose in the right flat, and the Eagles have recovered.
Oh, that is a stab to the heart.
Gets the help from behind and gets into the end zone. The Eagles march down the field, and they convert with a touchdown. The Eagles will run out the last 10 minutes and 29 seconds of the game. The Steelers won the turnover battle, couldn't do anything with those early turnovers, and they're going to drop to 10-4 in the season.
I miss you, man. You didn't do anything. You're playing really good ball. All right.
And we didn't coach as well as we'd like, and we didn't play as well as we'd like. And it's just such a fine line at this level. And so that's life in our business. It's not anything mystical. It's very fundamental. We got to play discipline. Although it sucks, man, we learn and we proceed and move forward.